across this park the other day in the city next to where we live, and we found these beautiful Ginkgo Biloba trees, and we want to share these trees with you. These trees are fairly young. There's this one right here, and then I'm going to show you this other one. It's pretty close to it. Now here's the other one. That's only a few feet away from the other one. The other one is right over here. Now here's another one that's a few feet from the other ones. This is a bigger one here. I don't know the age of these trees, but it is said that these trees are some of the oldest trees in the world, and they can be as old as 4,000 years old in different parts of the world. Greetings, internet friends. This is the alternative guy and the alternative gal, back here again with another video. Today's video is going to be about this wonderful ginkgo tree, Ginkgo Biloba. That's what this video is going to be about. So before we get started, my wife is going to tell you some things about this wonderful age-old tree, one of the oldest trees in the world.
Again, welcome YouTube friends to another edition of The Wonders of Nature. With every walk in nature, one receives more than he seeks. Today we are coming to you, bringing you information regarding the Ginkgo Biloba, this most beautiful tree that stands behind me. The Ginkgo Biloba tree is known to be the oldest living species of trees in the world. This is known as an old world tree for new world use. And believe me when I say to you, this tree has a multitude of benefits and uses. Let's first take a look at the leaves of this tree. A beautiful specimen. If we come a little bit closer, we will find that the Ginkgo Biloba leaf is shaped like a fan. In some instances, however, we have a split leaf, thereby giving the name biloba, which references the lobes of the brain. And as we look further at the leaf, one being shaped like a fan, and the other, which is the doctrine of signatures, the doctrine of signatures for this particular tree, and that is for brain health. So let's look at the leaf again. Looking at these leaves, here we have one leaf segment looking like a beautiful fan. Then we have another leaf which represents the doctrine of signatures for what this tree is mainly used for. We have a split here, which represents the lobes of the brain. Thus, this tree is most known for strengthening and aiding circulation in the brain, which pulls out the pollution of the brain that gives us enhanced memory. This leaf is also representative of the edges of the heart, thus being an herb that benefits the circulation of blood throughout the heart.
Ginkgo biloba has been researched to have potential value in the treatment of over 100 diseases. According to information on Green Med Info, ginkgo is one of the most studied herbal remedies in the world. Here are just 17 human studies proving its healing powers. Number 1, it heals and aids in cognition, dementia, and Alzheimer's diseases. According to the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, they found that a daily dose of 240 milligrams of Ginkgo biloba was effective in stabilizing the decline in cognition of Alzheimer's patients. And a series of studies found that Ginkgo biloba is just as good as the drug donepezil, Aricept, for the treatment of Alzheimer's diseases. Number 2, it is proven that Ginkgo biloba is used in treating schizophrenia. Number 3, tinnitus. Researchers found that Ginkgo biloba was superior for improving tinnitus symptoms, and French studies of 103 tinnitus patients proved that Ginkgo biloba improved the condition of all of the patients. 4, vitiligo. 5, arterial disease. It also aids in treating migraines, attention deficit disorder. Believe it or not, it is very good in helping glaucoma. In the Journal of Stroke and Cerebrovascular Disease, Ginkgo biloba was found to protect against stroke-related deficits. It restores olfactory loss. Ginkgo biloba relieves airway inflammation in asthma patients. It treats pulmonary fibrosis. It reduces arterial plaque formation. As we move on, we find that Ginkgo biloba reduces the severity of premenstrual syndrome symptoms. Ginkgo biloba reduces the number of attacks in patients with Raynaud's disease. Ginkgo biloba improves long-distance vision in patients with macular degeneration. Ginkgo biloba relieves symptoms of seasonal allergic conjunctivitis. How can this herb be used? It can be used fresh from the tree in making tea, a daily drink, giving benefits of those things that I just mentioned. It can be dried. Once it's dried, it can be used to make infusions. Now let me say here, boiling water to make a quick and easy tea is very good for us. But the most benefit comes when we infuse herbs. How do we infuse herbs? We're talking about the Ginkgo biloba right now. So what we would do for the infusion process is to dry at least 1 ounce of the Ginkgo biloba leaves, add to 1 quart of boiling water, and let steep for at least 4 hours. What happens in this process? It's not just a 15-minute boil and 5-minute steep. When we use this minimum of 4 hours for steeping, this brings out the nutrition that this particular or any herb has, and it offers a more nutritional nourishment to our body. So here we have the benefits of Ginkgo Biloba. Ginkgo Biloba is our friend. And for those who wish to go out into the forest, go out into nature, make sure that you have researched, make sure that you have books and other forms of information. Now, let's go back to the tree itself.
Let me also say that in the species of the ginkgo tree, we have a male and we have a female. The male tree produces long tubulars, and this tree also bears berries that are edible, but the berries begin to come when fall enters, and you can pick the berries up, and they have a fleshiness inside of the covering that can be used to eat. Now, as I mentioned, the female tree bears berries, and if we can come close, I would like to show you these beautiful berries. And we know that they are ripe when they begin to fall off the trees. But it's said that once they fall off and begin to ripen, there is a stinky smell of the berries. Don't be frightened. Don't hesitate eating. They're still good to eat. Just wear your gloves so that you can harvest. So a few feet away we have the female tree, and we're going to get a closer look at those. And just to mention also, the ginkgo means silver apricot. Silver apricot. And here we have a beautiful berry that resembles, if you come up close, you can see that there is a silvery tinge and the apricot look. This tree is the male version of the Ginkgo Biloba species. How do we know? Because scientifically, this tree does not bear berries. Here we have the female version of the Ginkgo Biloba tree. And how do we know? It's bearing fruit. It has berries. The Ginkgo Biloba female with berries, bearer of fruits. And they're going to begin to fall when the fall season comes, and we're going to come and pick it up, and we're going to use the berries just like we're going to use the leaves. And the leaves can be used green as they are now or dried. And what can we do with this? We can make tinctures, we can make poultices, we can make tea, we can make extracts. And this is the way we would begin the harvest. We would just pull leaves from the branch so that we will not interfere in the growth for the next season, because we do want to continue to allow the tree to do what it needs to do. Because just like it has a purpose for the human being, it also has a purpose in nature. This tree is providing nature with a benefit as well.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Do continue to watch and subscribe. Share with your friends. And again, we appreciate you watching. We have many, many more videos to come. Peace.